Welcome to Introduction to Advanced Data Analysis. This is one of the things that has taken the storm when we have the ChatGPT that you can see here. Once we have this particular option, as you can see, wherein you can start and go ahead and take the advanced data analysis. And this is only available for people who have the ChatGPT Plus. So before I quickly go into the details, let me just share quickly about advanced data analysis. So we all know that advanced data analysis is a tool by ChatGPT Plus, and it has really evolved since the last 1 year. We all know that there was something called as a code interpreter, which right now is data analysis, and it is also branded as ADA. ADA, that is there. And the capability of GPT and LLM has made this possible. And because of this particular thing, the current landscape that ADA really helps us is in automated insights and natural language understanding, democratization of data science, making complex and to the broader audience that is there. And also ADA is pivotal in diverse sectors, indicating its potential in future AI applications. So this is the good thing about ADA. And it is the best thing is it has the Python code generation capability, and that we can do that in details. Right now we need ChatGPT Plus and the enterprise version. So if you have ChatGPT Plus here, then only you will be able to get it. So how to get it is that go to your setting in beta, and it is in a beta right now. Then you need to go to beta features, and you need to select the things that are there. So if you can see this beta features, as a plus user enjoy early access, so that is the thing that you need to make sure that you have that particular option available. So I have that option available here, and also settings and beta features, and all those opportunities that you can do. This is a plugin and the features that are there. So now coming to the use cases I'm going to talk about. I'm going to take a data and I'm going to play around with this. And before I go through these slides, I just want to tell you that whatever we are importing the data is can stay up to 3 hours. So when we are doing this advanced data analysis, when we go to ChatGPT, we select this. If we select ChatGPT 4, it means that we are enabling the daily browsing and analysis. And it takes up to the data for 3 hours, and it has capability to do to generate insights and do the basic analysis that is there. So now coming to this particular part, we are taking an example of one data set to do our insights. Once we have this, you can see an attach button here. So I will quickly show you how to use ChatGPT advanced data analysis that is there. The data is in sample. I will share also in this particular video. If you can have a look, or it is going to be in the community sample data as well. So go to D directory. Let me just go through my sample data where I have kept every information over here. So this is the sample data. So once you can just mention here uh, data understanding of this file. So these are some of the terminology as a data scientist or as a data analyst you should know. Whenever you put a file, you first ask for a data understanding for that particular file. So now the limit of files that is there in the documentation, you can upload up to 10 files, 500 MB each, and you can ask it to do it. But larger the file, more the time it is going to take for it. So we have 13 columns which it has explained. The data dictionary, it has done it, and it has given us a basic data understanding of this particular file. It contains insights into sales transaction useful for analysis in areas like sales trend, customer preference, and all these particular things. As a data scientist managing AI tech, you could use data for various analysis. So this is because of my custom instruction I'm getting this. So now once we get this, I will just mention summarize this summarize this data. Let me see the what all summary that I'm going to get from this data. So these are the steps that we need to perform. So in any project, these things are very, very important. First, you need to do the data understanding, means what are the name of the columns. Then the second step is to do the summarize the data. So when I say summarize the data, it can give us the whole summary of the data. So total order is 4976, data range. It is giving from 1st September 2017, unique customers, total sales quantity, revenue, and statistical. Then I will do statistical summary of the data is at which level. Okay, so we want to understand, so is the data at order id level, or is the data at data order is at is any other level. So we should know a little bit more details about the data for having an understanding about this. So we have 4,976 orders were placed. So I think that this data is under the order level that is there. So statistical summary. Okay. To order types. So there are two order types, unique types. Wholesale is being the most frequent. Customer type is business, customer name, and all those things. Just to confirm, it has given us all the information, level of measurement. It is also given every level of measurement of this particular data. Total number of, just for my record, that total number of, mostly it is going to be this 4,976, the total number of orders. So once this is done, you have the basic summary of the data, you have the basic. So we will do a basic, perform basic EDA, exploratory data analysis with explanation of each steps with details of Let us see what so now we have understood this 4976 rows of data. We will do a basic EDA. So basic EDA is understanding the data structure, the descriptive. These two parts we did. Now we are going to do the. Let us see all the 7 steps that it is doing. So every EDA, when I talk about EDA, these are some of the steps that we do. And now one by one, it is going to do a descriptive statistics of this particular scenario. Missing values it is going to give us as well. So this is giving us a table that we can also download and use it as well. So this is our step 2. Then so you are able to understand the type of questions that I'm asking, and that is very, very important for you to summarize the data and make analysis out of it. Because for every project, these were the things that we used to manually do. So ideally in this data there is no missing value. That is good, because I wanted to take a quick and easy data for to just quickly show you guys. Outlier detection also, I feel there is few. Let us see if it is able to detect or not. So this is a feature of advanced data analysis. It is right now only available for the ChatGPT Plus members, but I have been using ChatGPT Plus since it was available, and it is really, really helpful in a lot of things. So some of the outlier that it has detected by the box plot, and so I think there are few outliers, and we can look into this, because in the gross in this type of market there is always an outlier that is there. Now we will do a distribution analysis of the quantity price. So this is a distribution analysis. It has understood the different patterns of the distribution analysis and the categorical. Now after that distribution analysis, the numerical data part, the sixth part is the categorical data analysis that happens for every particular column of data. So one thing I wanted to add here is these steps is also going to help you understand the data and what type of insights that we can give. So now we have got wonderful graphs also for the different things. Now the categorical data analysis, they are doing something about order type. They have done the correlation as well, and they have done some correlation analysis as well, and they are also doing a summary of the EDA, mentioning that there is no missing data, and detected outliers in numerical which might need investigation or treatment. So now just in this case, help me detect and cap it to 95 percentile. So this is the ideal scenario, cap to 95 percentile. So I'm trying to do is I don't want the last 5% extreme values, because it really pushes up our particular thing. So now we have capped the outlier in the numerical variable to their respective values. Here is a comparison of the original 99 90th percentile and the cap. So now we are at 670. Uh, we have capped our analysis. Now create the box plot to analyze with the new data. So this after we did this particular stuff, then we are doing the box plotting with the data. So as you can see, before there were a little bit of these points. There were a lot of points specifically for quantity. Some were very large, prices were very large. So now I'm capping it, and see, now it has reduced. So comparatively this has become bigger. I know it is not a lot, but 95 is a good way to start with, and then to play around with it. Now I will ask, give me some key insights from this data. So now we are asking it to give us some key insights, and then we can focus on something. The good thing about this, whatever history that we are giving the data and all the steps that we have done is going to be encapsulated when the generative AI is going to give us the output. Hence, I am doing step by step. I have given them everything, right? I have given them the EDA, the summary. Now they are going to give us better ideas. So now they have give us this particular thing based on exploratory analysis. Here are some key insights. Sales, this data set indicates a slightly higher percentage of wholesale. Geographical product popularity. Now let me focus on geographical concentration. Give me the focus on geographical concentration and give me some data points and graph and a story. So now they have given us majorly 7 insights. We can now focus on some of the insights and see whether they are really that good enough to talk about in our final presentation or in our storytelling. So pricing strategy, discovery, discount strategy, and all those things. So ideally, when you see this graph, top state for order is California. So it is highly concentrated in these 4 states. Suppose you want to put this chart in your thing. So one thing is I also wanted to share with you guys is you can share this particular thing with we can share this particular chat history with your team members. So now this is one trend that I am seeing, like you as a data analyst are going to work. So you have to now not hide that you're using these tools. You need to tell that, and you need to show your history, what all you have done, how you have got the output, and this is going to be the future of where we work. So you can copy this link and we can share it, or else you can chat about you can send that to a particular person through this tool. Suppose I want to download this graph, like I cannot zoom in. I can do zoom in like this, but it is not going to be that good if I want to take it out separately and look at it. So we all know that ADA has a option of extracting. So download this report, download this graph. Let me, and you can get it into a PDF that you can zoom in, you can analyze, you can put it in the chart, in your PowerPoint, in your slide, or whatever the thing that you want to do it. So it has given us some insights as well, some details about the 4 major states, market dominance, expansion opportunity. The significant number of orders from the top state indicates a well-established customer base. So they are giving us a lot of insights, and now we can download the graph as I told you. Like suppose you want to focus on this graph, and the quality, if you zoom in and take a screenshot, may not be that great, but here, as you can see, you can zoom in and you can have a look. So the quality is very good, and also my photo has gone on the side, and you can also mention add, we call it labels above the graph for it to make it better above the graph. So I have taken one particular insight and I have played around with it. You can see they are talking about expansion, they're talking about customized regional strategies, varying order count across different states, highlight the need for region specific strategies. This could help localized marketing campaign, analyzing regional preferences. So I think right now this company is really focused on these four, and they are not focused on the other three. Where is the, let me open this. Yeah, it is not focused on these parts like Virginia, Maine, Mississippi, and all those things. So we have to think about how we can get this particular things in details. And look at this. Now I asked it for labels. Show it here as well. Show it here as well. So just for you to see it here and play around. So they have given 7 insights. So order size value. If you want to a right skewed distribution of quantity and order suggests that while most orders are small, there are few large orders contributing to the total sales value. Presence of key account that makes this thing. So if you want to do that, so now you can see the label is here. Now I want to do order and size, focus on this and find out the demographics of high ticket orders. So this is going to make sure that to understand which are the customers that are giving high ticket orders and to maybe market them in a different way. So this is very interesting for us to understand how we can take the different 7 insights that are there and go into deep levels. So as you can see, this data, high ticket orders as above 75% of the order total, providing insight. So customer type, these are mostly business orders. Business customers are significantly more likely to place high ticket orders. Top states, these are the top states. Insights, these states show a strong propensity of high value order and product categories. So these are the product categories that are there. And overall insight, the demographics reveals that business customers in certain key states that are primary contributors to high value states. Products like robots, and drones are especially popular in these orders. So the high ticket volume. So understanding these dynamics can help in crafting targeted strategies for product development, marketing, and sales, focusing on most lucrative segments. So now the company should focus a little bit more on the robot kits, robots, and drones, because that is the looking like a good sales and opportunity for them to get big and more orders. So these are some of the insights. You can play around with this. Also, you can down maybe finalize. The best way that I do is I download the graphs that are here and put it in the graph and try to make a story out of it. But first, you need to spend some time and finalize your insight. The best thing about ADA is you can do the data analysis that used to take weeks before in a day, get the best story that you want to tell. So this is a good story that I personally feel. The concentration of specific regions, high ticket sales, how to focus on other states that are there as well, and there are other things that you can play around with and do, which you can do, because if we see that not only there are 1 or 2 insights, you have to also have a story that connects all the insights together as well. If you want to play around with discount strategy, you can check the discount strategy. But I personally see that business wholesale does the most bit that is there. So the first thing that you need to look into, all the you can look and do everything. So like I'm going to just confirm this as well. Sales composition, focus on this and this insight and show data points. So this has actually changed the way you are coding and you are getting out data, and it's a good exposure and an experience as well. So coming to this, all the analysis that we have done, and I'm going to share the PowerPoint, the file that we used for this particular exercise in the description or in our community sample data portfolio that is there. So till it is loading, if you can go here there is an option in our content where we have the if you go to the content, all the sample data, not only for this project, even if you want to do other projects, you can go to the content tab here. Then there is something called as a sample data sets. And this is a place where I keep quality sample data set for every one of you to practice and play around with. Now coming to our chat GPT. So as you can see, this is not that big an insight, wholesale overall insight. It is mostly it is focusing on telling that wholesale is a little bit more, business is a little bit more, and the data set contains more wholesale order, strategic implication strategy, tailoring products, customer service to meet the needs of business clients might yield better result in term of order size and frequency. So this is one of the things that it is telling us, and you can also add this part and with the other points that we have discussed. So these are some of the things that are important, and I hope you enjoyed this ADS series. Take up this ChatGPT Plus membership, play around with this, whichever project you are doing, whichever data you have, follow the steps that I mentioned. First, data, give a data summary, the exploratory data analysis. If you don't want to do any of those things, then always remember first step is whenever you download the data, mention it, perform an exploratory data analysis with each step and explain in details. So as you told, majorly in our whole analysis, these things are very important because these prompts again go back to the engine. If you just take the data, insights you will get is not at all good. So when I asked about this question, perform basic EDA with explanation of each step, this is the best way that this structure really personally I like it. 7 steps they generally do, and data structures, descriptive, missing value, outlier, distribution analysis for numerical data, categorical data analysis, and then correlation, and then putting everything together, and then play around with some of the key insights and look into the different details that are there. So